We are happy to welcome back Jackson Public Schools Superintendent Jeff Beal. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
I think they're going to want to watch the replay of the Jackson Lumen game. I'm glad to see you got on a couple times. It's fun for both sides, really is. So it was, I thought, a really great game.
Yeah, great tradition now. This year, two schools didn't play each other twice like they used to, so it was great to see that back.
Yep, it was, and I will tell you, hats off. Their team shot lights out. I think we might have given them a little too much room from three-point land, but in the end, defense, wins championships, and I think our pressure, came out, and they did a real nice job with the press at the end, and we're able to get the turnovers to make the difference.
It'll be exciting next week when boys districts start.
Yeah, I think we got a big game coming up. Holt will be full of fun. So, I think that's going to be a good game for us to play. And if we play solid and we're fast, do what we do, we should have a good chance there.
Yeah, I think the best game that I saw any piece of was the win over Chelsea. Mm-hmm. That was amazing.
Well, a couple times Chelsea's a good team, make no doubt about it. So it's been a great winter, and we should get some athletes down here before March is done. Winter sports, we had co-champion or co-league champions for basketball, league champions for swimming, league champions for wrestling. I mean, it's been or not wrestling, gymnastics. It's been a fabulous winter. Wrestling had a great season, so all around, just a lot of really good things happening for our kids throughout the winter at Jackson Public Schools.
Well, we've got quite a few things to catch people up on. One is it's the return of all the school-based health centers, Center for Family Health, open at all locations now.
That's been one of those exciting pieces, and when we look at getting our kids and our families in and being able to take care of them, people don't realize how critical those health centers are to not just the school, but really to our community. And so, out at Northeast, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. At Jackson High, 7:30 to 4, and at Parkside, 7:30 to 4, Monday through Friday. But we, it's being able to find providers. It's being able to get staffing to be able to open that up, and we love our partnership with them. I think I told you years ago when my kids were in school, it was one of those things I taught them to do. As a parent, we went down and signed and gave our permission and filled out all the forms. But, when our kids needed a sports physical or something like that, they were able to go down to the health center and make that appointment. And we were kind of training them for the future. And now, my children are young adults and they make their own appointments, and I don't have to carry that. It's one of those pieces, you learn forward. So a great opportunity for folks in those buildings.
Awesome. It's the first of the month, March, and March is reading month at JPS and everywhere. Yeah.
In fact, when I leave here, I'm heading over to Mrs. Brooks' kindergarten class at Dibble Elementary. I read around the district, all throughout the month, and what's kind of neat is then I go back in May, and the kids will read to me a little bit of their favorite book. So it's kind of fun to do that way.
You've actually got some books you take with you.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a whole collection, and depending on how we do, I get through a handful of them. I think are you just going to scroll through some of these? Yeah. So I'll take books with me, and if you're looking for books to read with your kids, take down these names. These are excellent titles, great stories, something that kind of fits for every age group. So a lot of fun for our elementary kids.
When I go on these reading month, read to kid assignments, I try to find the book the shortest.
The shortest. I like it. Well, I love Green Eggs and Ham, and that was my go-to, and I can go in, but I find that they've already gotten to Green Eggs and Ham. They've already read it when I get there.
They know the ending.
They do, but these are all excellent read aloud books, so again, I'd invite you to pick these up. You will have a great time. There's some wonderful imagery inside them, so they're well illustrated. And good stories for our students.
I pick long books. In fact, I was going to suggest this would be a good one for JPS because you're partnering with the Hearst Planetarium this month, but it's the autobiography of Peter Hearst.
Yeah. Well, and next week we're at the Ella Sharp for a night of science. Wednesday, I think, is a JPS science night out at the museum, and so we're hoping to get a good turnout for that as well.
And the month includes all the stuff, the Scholastic book fairs
There
coming
is
to JPS.
there's so much going on. I think we've got there's a reading camp out at Cascades. There's themed dress up days. There's author visits at Dibble, and there's guest readers at Hunt and John R. Lewis. I think we've got family reading nights. There's some competitions and prizes at Montessori, guest readers out at Northeast and Sharp Park. And if you're a parent or a grandparent, and you want to volunteer and come in and be a guest reader, I'd be shocked if we couldn't find a place for you.
Yeah.
So, please reach out to your principal, building principal, because it's a fun distraction for the kids. They get to, we get to reinforce the lessons of reading. We get to reinforce the love of reading. And so when I go in, like I said, I have the best time when I read with kids. In fact, I was an elementary principal once upon a time, and when on my hardest days, I'd get up and I'd go down, and I can always find a reading group in kindergarten. And I got to tell you, nothing will turn you around like go down and read with kindergartners. And now, like I said earlier, I go out and I read in all the buildings, and then I'll go back in the spring and I'll sit out in the hall, and the kids will come out one and two at a time, and they'll read me a page or two from their favorite book and tell me why they like it.
That's a good idea.
And so it gives me the ability to kind of keep a tab on how they're doing, and at the same time it lets them kind of engage back and forth. Kids love to read, and we love reading with them. And I think if you're a volunteer, you want to come in and do that, like I said, I'd be pretty sure we could find a place for you. Talk to your building principal or your classroom teacher.
Yeah, and here at JTV, we look forward to being part of that. I've gone to many reading month events, and
We used to do Bart Goes to School, didn't we?
we do, yeah. But I bring like gifts, like JTV pencils and Dollenberger gift cards. What do you bring?
Well, I bring a lot of laughs. That's what
Okay.
I'm bringing.
All right. Well, contact your school if you'd like to be a part of all the. It's really neat to see all the cool things you're doing to make reading fun this month.
This is a great period of time for me as we look at what March during, and we talk about March Madness and all the craziness that as we race towards spring break. But March's reading month is going to trickle right in, and next month is going to be kindergarten roundups all throughout the district, and which is some of my favorite time of the year. And then we've got job fairs that we're doing. Lots of people go, you're hiring teachers right now. I'm hiring teachers right now for next year, right? Mm-hmm. And because we recognize that the competition is such, right, that we want them fresh out of college. If you're in college and you're going to graduate, come see me, because we might have a position for you, and you could have it locked down before summer gets here. And we would much rather do that than be scrambling to fill positions in August.
And you go to schools and universities?
We do. We were at University of Michigan on Monday, actually. But we're all around. We have a great partnership with Spring Arbor University. So we're kind of all around. But there's a host of job fairs that are coming up, and lots of folks think, this is just about teachers. We're hiring bus drivers. We're hiring bus monitors if you don't want to drive a bus. We're hiring TAs and parapros and teachers, of course. But folks to work in our kitchens, our building and grounds, our food service. We hire, literally there's probably everything you could possibly want to do, from our tech department on down. We're kind of always looking for folks. And if you want to be a teacher, here's something neat. We've been partnering with the ISD we're looking at how do we build those teachers of tomorrow. So we're taking potentially folks who come in who enter as parapros or as TA who says, maybe I want to be in teaching, but I haven't gone to school yet. Maybe I want to be in teaching as a second career, and we're helping them find their way into the classroom. So there's a lot going on, and so it's for folks who go, I'm looking for a second career, I'm looking for a restart in my world. There's some opportunities there as well.
Awesome. And speaking of jobs, one of your own got promotion to the district athletic director.
Greg Marsh is fabulous. Absolutely. Yeah, Greg, lots of folks know him. He's been around a while. He's over at Parkside for the longest time and did the athletic director duties over there.
Yeah.
And then just recently is going to fill the shoes for Jack Fairley, who was on, I think, a couple times ago with me last month. He is retiring in another month. So there's a nice little crossover blend, and Greg will be in charge for spring sports, and he's already working on getting us ready for fall. So that's a big job, and it's a lot to do. A lot of people don't realize we offer 23 different athletic opportunities at Jackson Public Schools.
Yeah. Well, great choice, and I was glad to hear that Greg Marsh is going to be the new AD.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe next time we'll be able to I think we're going to fill Greg's spot too, so we'll be able to bring hopefully the new middle school AD. We'll get them both to come down and have a conversation with you.
Great. We're getting closer to the ambassador dinner, just 9 days away now, next Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited. First time we've been able to do this in person. There'll still be an online event as well, but it's a good opportunity to come down. Live auction, gift baskets. There's a lot that goes on with this. It makes it a lot of fun, and fabulous food. I promise you, it'll be a great setting. We've got corporate scholarships that corporations give away, and so if you're a business out there and you're going, I really would like to figure out how to advance my business, or I need people, corporate scholarships are a great way to do that. It builds relationships with the school and with employees, and so we have corporate scholarships that they give away to go into specific fields to help with college. Obviously, this is a good opportunity to celebrate all of our students, not just our valedictorians, and we give away hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships all the time. So,
well, all the schools are open, but it took almost a whole week for a couple of your buildings to get power.
Well, we were right down to the wire. I had a lot of people calling me on Sunday, going, Jeff, when are you going to let us know what we're doing? We lost power at John R. Lewis at one point, Montessori at one point. Jackson High was down until Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Northeast was down until way early Monday morning, and then Dibble came online, mid-morning on Monday. And so we were able to open up on Monday without Dibble. I put a call out early, like 5:30 on Northeast. But hats off to the workers who went out, and they I think when I talked to consumers, they said it's like 160 man hours on Northeast alone.
Oh, wow.
And so it was just, that's a lot of work just to get that building back up and running. And we were very pleased, super appreciative of those crews who put in long hours and long time to get us back up and running. And, as we roll with the punches. We were able to give away some meals to students on Friday, because we know that for some students, they count on us for those hot meals, and those were eat in, and then there was some to-go meals at that point as well. So again, just kind of the things that we've done in the past to help take care of the community, help take care of our students.
Where the community comes together.
That's the idea.
All right, thanks for the updates, and always great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
It's great to see you. Great to be here, and a great day to be a Viking.
Jackson Public Schools Superintendent Jeff Beal.